headlines of this bulletin. After the fact-finding trip, the inspection group from Central National Target Program had the working sections with Cần Thơ City People's Committee. A conference to review 20 years of implementing Resolution number 23 NQTW of the Ninth Party Central Committee on promoting the great national solidarity strength for a prosperous and strong nation, a fair, democratic and civilized society took place in Cần Thơ City. Deputy Minister of Education and Training Nguyễn Văn Phúc and a working delegation recently worked with Cần Thơ City on the joint organization of the third National Defense and Security Education Sports Games for high school students in 2022 in Cần Thơ City. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again here in another edition of Cần Thơ News, the English news program of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station and Top News Today. After the fact-finding trip, the inspection group from Central National Target Program had a working sections with Cần Thơ City People's Committee. The group was headed by Deputy Minister of Industry and Trade Nguyễn Nhật. Receiving and working with the group was Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Ngọc Hè. Based on the report from Cần Thơ City People's Committee, 100% of communes and 4 suburban districts of Cần Thơ City have got the new rural standard. 5 communes are now verified to get the title of Advanced New Style Rural Standard and 1 other to get the Exemplary Standard. Following the National Target Program for Sustainable Poverty Reduction in 2022, Cần Thơ City strives to cut 0.2% of poor households, lower the rate of poor households to down to 0.6%. There have been 2,913 poor households left in Cần Thơ City, representing a rate of 0.8%. Regarding the National Target Program for the Socio-Economic Development of the Ethnic Minority Peoples Region, propaganda on guidelines, policies and laws of the party in the state or minority area has been accelerated in the political system and among ethnic minority people. Appreciating operations carried out by Cần Thơ City, the inspection group requested the city to continue making efforts to complete targets set in the National Target Program. Within the series of activities of the Mekong Connect Forum 2022, on November 25th, a delegation of experts and businesses led by the Deputy Director of the Business Studies and Assistance Center or BSA came to survey some businesses and eco-tourism sites in Cần Thơ City. The delegation comprises 40 businesses and experts coming to survey the Haiji and Panacea one-member limited liability company, Vietnam Korea Incubator Park, Yika Happy International Limited Liability Company, and Gongsheng Tourism Site. At the destinations, the members of the delegation were introduced to the products as well as the implementation of organization and the material sources, among others. The trip is for members of the delegation and businesses of Cần Thơ City to have an opportunity to exchange information and experiences for cooperation in the future. A conference to review the 20 years of implementing Resolution number 23 NQTW of the Ninth Party Central Committee on promoting the great national solidarity strength for a prosperous and strong nation, a fair, democratic and civilized society took place on November 24th morning with member of Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Municipal Party Committee, come head of Cần Thơ National Assembly Delegation Lê Quang Mạnh, and Standing Vice Secretary of Cần Thơ Municipal Party Committee, come Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Phạm Văn Hiếu, attending. After 20 years of implementing Resolution number 23, all levels of party committees and authorities have focused on leading, promulgating and implementing guidelines and policies on promoting the great national unity bloc, on implementing political missions and socio-economic development, paying attention to the good implementation of guidelines and policies for all classes of people. From 2000 to 2021, all levels of front organizations in the city have mobilized over 331 billion Việt Nam đồng for the Poor Fund and 1,163 billion Việt Nam đồng for other social security programs. Coordinated to build nearly 30,000 solidarity houses for the poor with a total value of over 436 billion Việt Nam đồng, among other types of support given to the poor and people. In his conclusive remarks, Standing Vice Secretary of the Municipal Party Committee, cum Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Phạm Văn Hiếu, asked all levels of party committees to further promote the work of party building and comprehensive rectification, enhance internal solidarity among the party and the political system, among other vital works. Deputy Minister of Education and Training Nguyễn Văn Phúc and the working delegation recently worked with Cần Thơ City on the joint organizations of the Third National Defense and Security Education Sport Games for high school students in 2022 in Cần Thơ City. Deputy Commander of Military Zone 9, Major General Quách Văn Nhỏ, and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện worked with the delegation. Cần Thơ City will host the third National Defense and Security Education Sport Games for high school students in 2022 from December the 12th to the 17th with competitions in 9 types of sports. Over 1,100 team leaders, coaches and athletes from 63 delegations of cities and provinces nationwide will join the event, along with more than 2,500 people from the organizing board and sub-boards of service of Cần Thơ City. Military Zone 9 will also support the sport games. The Military Command of Cần Thơ City and Thống Đốc District on November 24th surveyed the location for Death of People and Soldiers 2023 and visited the forces that are implementing the projects in Thành Ward, Thống Đốc District. The surveying delegation selected the stadium of Thống Đốc District to build the stage, tents and booths displaying OCOP products, where the main events of Death of People and Soldiers 2023 will take place. The delegation also visited and offered encouragement to the forces that are implementing the Death of People and Soldiers project in Thành Ward. Commissar of Military Zone 9, Senior Colonel Phạm Ngọc Quang, praised the forces and suggested that they keep up the good work for a happy, safe and economical death. Previously on November 24th evening, at Regiment No. 152 stationed in Thổ Châu Commune of Phú Quốc City in Kiên Giang Province, the Sông Hậu Emulation Cluster of Cần Thơ City and the provinces of Kiên Giang, An Giang, Hậu Giang, Sóc Trăng, Bạc Liêu and Cà Mau organized the art program called The Youth of Sông Hậu Emulation Cluster for the Seas and Islands of the Nation. The program consists of 10 performances celebrating the party, alcohol, the love for seas and islands, and the glorious traditions of the People's Army, thereby contributing to educating the patriotic tradition and increasing the youth's awareness of protecting national sovereignty. On this occasion, the organizing board presented 1 house of love for 1 needy young person, 2 playgrounds for the youth, and 150 solar power lighting system to Thổ Châu Commune. Besides, the organizing board presented 20 scholarships, each worth 500,000 Vietnam dong, to needy students, and many gifts to officials, soldiers, youth union members, and needy fishermen in Thổ Châu Commune. Following is good news for many Vietnamese agricultural products. The Plant Protection Subdepartment under the Agriculture and Rural Development Ministry has just proclaimed that procedures of exporting longan to the Japanese market, sweet potato to the Chinese market, and lemon pomelo to the New Zealand market have been completed. According to the Plant Protection Subdepartment, the opening of markets and signing of protocols to officially export agro products will serve as a transparent legal base to facilitate the exports of fruits at a larger scale. Notably, after durian has been officially exported to China, its price increased 3 times. The Plant Protection Subdepartment revealed that it will organize training for localities and relevant parties on export stipulations and export demand of China, New Zealand, and Japan for sweet potatoes, lemon, pomelo, and longan. And now is the time for weather updates. Information on weather has also wrapped up today's edition of Cần Thơ News. Remember, you can watch our news program again online on our website at kênhtv.vn. And now thank you very much for tuning in. Goodbye and see you next time.